Hello, welcome back to CG Blend, and today I'll show you how to create something in Flash. We're going to be working with 4 loops, and it's going to be mostly code. I'm going to use Actionscript 3, and here's what we're going to achieve in the end. I have a set of green boxes and a set of red dots. I have buttons underneath each, and basically if I click on this button here, all the boxes disappear. This one brings them all back. If I click here, all these dots disappear. This one brings them all back. If I click on this line here, everything disappears, and then this one brings everything back. And obviously, a combination of that brings it, and that hides everything. So let's see how that's done. It's real simple. I'm going to show you the code right away so that those of you who would like to try it, figure it out. So you can pause the video and see the code. Here it is. Okay, now I'm going to go and explain how to create that from scratch. I already have a new document here, and I'm going to create my first little box. Let's make a little green box here. That's going to be a movie clip, so F8. Hit OK and give it an instance name, box 1. Or actually, if we're going to be doing 4 loops, let's start with box 0. And now let's copy by using Alt drag 4 more. I'm going to align them, Control K, distribute, and now 1 to the side. So I'm done. The boxes are all there. The instance names need to be changed. So this one was box 0. This one is going to be box 1. This one, box 2, and so forth. And the last one is box 7. So we do have the boxes. Hit save. Let's get the dots in there. Get a different color and have the dots. Okay, F8 converts it to a movie clip, and now we can give it an instance name, dot 0, and do the same thing for the dots. Hold Alt drag, Command K, distribute, and Alt drag to make a copy one more time, holding Shift. And everything's looking good on the stage. Hit save. Now all of these have the correct instance names. These have all .0, so let's set the instance names right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, now each one of them has its unique instance name. They're all different. We're going to create a little button now. I'm going to get the rectangle tool, curve it here a little bit, and get that kind of grayish, purple gray color that I was using. So that's one of the buttons. Make that a movie clip, F8, movie clip, BTN 1. And copy that, I'll drag, that's going to be BTN 2, I'll drag BTN 3, I'll drag BTN 4, and then we'll make a couple more of them up here. And Q, I'll transform that. So that's one of them. That's going to be 5. And I'll drag one more, 6. So we have the stage all completely set up with the movie clips and buttons. Now we gotta make them work, because obviously right now if you play it, nothing is gonna be clickable. So let's go to our Actionscript layer. Now remember the instance names that we gave them. The boxes and dots start with zeros, right? So we're first gonna set up buttons, event listeners, and then tell the functions to hide certain items. The button names were btn1 dot, and then add event listener. And it's going to be a mouse event, and it's going to be on click, and we name it click1. Function names, as long as they don't turn blue, you're good to go. The rest of the stuff you can actually copy and paste everything. And just change the numbers here. So this is going to be 2, and the click 2. Button 3 is going to execute the function click 3, so forth. Number 5 and 6. So I have 6 event listeners. By the way, to learn more about the event listeners, make sure that you watch some of the previous movies so you understand that. So now function click 1. And it's going to be a mouse event. I'm going to avoid it. Now, we used to do the way where you would say, alrighty, type in the box 0.visible equals false if we want to hide it, and then box 1.visible equals false. And you'd have to have all 8 of them there. There's a better way to do that. Those things are called for loops. So I'm going to gray these out just for now, comment them out like that so you can see what we would have done initially. But right now, we're actually going to create a for loop. And a for loop starts with the word for and then a variable. And the variables are going to be a number. So I, and it's going to be a number. And we'll set it to 0 initially. And we'll also tell it the condition that as long as I is less than 8, because we have 8 buttons altogether, okay, then we're going to have the I is going to go up 1 each time. So I plus plus. And that's going to work for any instance name that starts with the word box, a little semicolon there, the word box plus I. So I is going to be that number. So box 0 is going to be the first one, and then it's going to go box 1. If it's less than 8, it's going to go box 2, and then 3, and so forth. So it's going to cover all of them. And that's what you put in the brackets. And then you say visible equals false. So that rest of the code will actually be the same here. So we actually took this and converted that into this right here. And it might look like you're doing a lot instead of just having 8 lines, but imagine you had hundreds of them. So that would save you a lot of trouble there. So that's for the click 1. Let's see if it works. We don't have these defined, so the first one may or may not work. Let's go ahead and finish them all. So function click 1, let's get rid of this now that you guys understand this. And finish the functions. Click 2, and it's gonna be the second button that I click, I want that to be true. And now these, all of that is gonna get copied for the dots. So copy and paste. This is click 3. Instead of box, it's gonna say dot. function 4, instead of box, it's going to say dot. So false, true, everything's right. And then we need the 5 and 6 buttons. Let's actually see if the thing works already. We have first set and second set. They should hide it, they should show it, hide it and show it. So everything works except for these. And let's finish that. And doing that is actually a little new thing that we haven't covered before, which I'm going to show you. It's actually really neat how it works. And we're first of all typing in function click 5, that's the name we gave it up here. Let's remove the comment. Function click 5. I want that function to actually do what the function 1 and 3 do both. So I wanted to hide all the boxes and hide all the dots. So the way to actually state that here in Flash is going to be even shorter than you would imagine. It actually is going to go E mouse event. And then it's just going to go click 1 function and then click 2 function. We're done. That's how easy that was. And don't forget the curly braces, of course. And if you did do the curly braces on time, it would have formatted it nicely like this. And now we're going to do function for click 6. Function click 6. Again, mouse event. Can't type today. Void, and then open and close curly brace, and that is going to be click 2 and click 4. And now I see I made a little mistake. This should have been click 3. There we go. So function click 1 hides the boxes. Function click 3 hides the dots. So we want the boxes and the dots hidden in function click 5. And the other ones, 2 and 4, reveal both boxes and dots, and that's what click 6 is going to do. Let's test it. We're running into a little problem actually here, because it's expecting to have at least one argument in there. And that's what it's saying, incorrect number of arguments, expected 1. And for that purpose, there's going to be a little bit more of code. We're going to tell this function right here, function click 1, where is it? There. We're going to null it. And do that to every single one of them that are 1 through 4. Basically, that makes it, sets it so that the function doesn't have to be defined only as mouse event, and that way it doesn't need that parameter later on. And it should work right now. Yay, everything's working. So please let me know if you have any questions. And you should have everything working, and that's terrific. Thanks for watching CG Blend tutorials.